Used car dealers, am I right? I mean, they're just like the worst. They're always out to get you. Well, I am a used car dealer, and today I'm going to show you my side. Everybody hates used car dealers. For the most part, I kind of get it. I've been around the block. I've talked to used car dealers. That pressure is like unnerving and it drives me crazy. Today's vlog is all about used car dealers. Why do people hate used car dealers so much? And I'm going to show you my side of the story, which most people probably don't even care because, let's face it, they already don't like me because I'm behind the eight ball because I'm a used car dealer. So I was threatened twice today to be sued by two different people, and I got a letter from the Attorney General. Like, things are just wacky. No, everybody is looking to blame everybody else. It's insane. My name is Craig from Flying Wheel. Let's keep going. So I'm not about to take advantage of people. I want to be fair to everybody, to both parties, meaning myself and the other party. So this is kind of a what would you do scenario. How would you handle things? Put yourself in my situation and the buyer situation. A lot of you guys are consumers. A lot of you guys are dealers that follow me. I want to know, what would you do? How would you handle these situations? So I swear, since coronavirus happened and everybody's back out on the streets, like all the kooks came out. I don't know what has happened in the world, but nobody has taken responsibility or accountability for themselves. It's like everybody can just blame everybody else nowadays. It's insane. I don't know what has happened. So I have a few examples today of what it's like being a used car dealer. I'm going to show you my side because I swear, German, am I right? Is today like the craziest day?
Oh yeah.
We've had, I have probably 4 or 5 examples of why it is insane to be a used car dealer and what it's really like. So first of all, welcome to Flying Wheels. This is our shop. If you've been following us already, you know what we're like. You know we love to help our customers out. And you know we're not about pressure. I hate pressure sales. And that's part of the reason I vlog in these videos. I used to buy cars from car dealers and I just hate getting sat down in the sales office and then being pressured into buying things. It like gives me the jitters, and it's the opposite of what I do here. If you want a car, hopefully I have it for you and hopefully it works. If you don't want a car, it's okay. I'm not gonna be upset. You can move on and I hope you find what you're looking for. The problem is that everybody thinks we're out to screw you, and that's not the case. And today's video, I'm going to show you the examples of why. Multiple examples. Everybody right now is out for themselves. All anybody cares about is themselves and nobody else in any situation. It is like the weirdest thing that has happened to the world lately. Forget that nobody can find any help. We've grown tremendously in the past year. It's great and I've been blessed. I have a great business and we're doing well. That's like, I'm so lucky. But I can't even find good people to help. But that's not what this video is about. Today's video is about one of my examples, this Jeep Wrangler right here. You'll see this red Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. I don't like to pressure people. If you like this Jeep and you want it, all is good. You can buy it and I'll be happy to sell it to you. We've gone through it. We've serviced it. If you want a warranty, we can offer you a warranty. I also don't take deposits. I don't want your deposit. If somebody shows up with some money and they're going to buy this thing, I don't want to say, no, I'm sorry, I have a deposit on it in case you decide to want it. So what happens when you go to a car dealership and they say, oh, we'll take a deposit, and they force that deposit down your throat and they'll hold it for you? I don't want that. I want your money, okay? If you want to buy that car, I want your money, and that's it. I don't want your word because, honestly, words are useless right now. It's crazy. No one's word is worth anything. No handshake, no, even a signature, worth nothing right now. So we'll talk about that Jeep. Someone came out, they test drove it. They want it, they love it. They came twice, test drove it twice, loved it. They need financing for it. So German said, all right, come on in, we'll do the financing application. And they said, all right, well, will you hold it for us? German said, I don't really like to hold it. My policy is I don't really want to hold anything for anybody, but if you want to leave a retainer, like a partial payment towards the vehicle, we'll apply it towards the balance and we'll hang on to it for you. We'll list it on our website as sold. When people call, we'll tell them it's sold. There's contingencies, like if you want something done to that Jeep, we'll repair it for you. That way when you show back up with the balance, the Jeep is ready to go. Now this customer, the agreement was $500 as a partial payment. The starter was making some noise and there were lights on the dash, right? So the agreement was we'll fix whatever lights are on in the dash, we'll fix the starter and the emergency brake and adjust the emergency brake. Those are the 3 things. Well, the lights on in the dash were a clock spring on the steering wheel. I had to go to the dealer to get that clock spring. So I had to drive 45 minutes to the dealer to go get the part, 45 minutes back, 20 minutes there. It's like an hour and a half of my time to get this clock spring. Then we have to install it, 2 hours to install it. Then I had to take the car to the tire shop to get a full wheel alignment after the clock spring was done. Total cost me like $600. Then we spent 2 hours adjusting the emergency brake. I had to buy a starter and install that, another hour and a half. I'm into that Jeep for well over $1,000 for this customer. What happens a week later? He calls me and says, hey, we need to delay this one more week. All right, fine. That next week comes, guess what? I get a text that says, hey, we don't want the Jeep anymore. Give me my $500 back.
No.
I'm not giving it back to you. There's a rule. We don't take deposits. We take non-refundable retainers or non-refundable partial payments that go towards the vehicle. Then it gets taken off the balance. Well, he wants his $500. Like, nobody cares about me. Nobody cares that I just put $1,000 into that Jeep for him. I didn't have to. That was part of the agreement. Somebody might have come and bought that car the way it was for asking price, but I didn't list it for sale, and I told everybody it was sold when they called on it. But no one cares about me. No one cares about the car dealer, right? They just care about themselves and their $500, not the $1,000 that I put into it according to our signed agreement. Example number 2, Sarah, can I use you? All right, Sarah, F&I. She does all the financing for us. She's great. She did financing for a customer last week. Well, Sarah did all the paperwork for her. She has low credit, bad credit, subprime credit, whatever you want to say it. She has bad credit. Well, we got her approved based on all of her claims. Everything she told us on the phone, we put in the computer, we got her approved. We told her the stipulations, the documentation we needed. Well, we found out today, after she took the vehicle, that she forged her bank statements. So she lied to us and gave us the wrong bank statements to prove her income that she told us was true, which wasn't true. Lied to us. When I spoke to the customer, I said, hey, your bank statements were fake statements. Oh yeah, well, I didn't have enough money to make it work, so I wrote those statements up. You fraudulently forged bank statements to get an auto loan? You don't think that's a big deal? So her next question was, well, if I bring it back, do I get my money back? No, you don't get your money back. So that makes me, again, the bad guy because somebody lied to me in the first place. She's going to be pissed. So we had to call her and tell her, hey, we need the car back. Oh, well, no, you can't have it back. I bought it. You didn't buy it. You didn't get approved because you lied on your paperwork. Well, if I bring it back, do I lose my down payment? Yeah, you've been driving it for over a week and you put miles on it and now we have to recondition it and clean it. And you lied to us, not us. So she's upset because we keep the money she put down because she was caught lying. So who's the bad guy? We're the bad guy, really. I mean, everybody's going to say we're the bad guy. It's our fault, right? Because somebody lied to me. I'm the bad guy. Example number 3. Okay, had a customer call me 5 times yesterday. Wants to buy a Jeep. We do a lot of Jeeps here. Has bad credit. Told me he has bad credit. Gives me all his info. We get him approved on one stipulation. He has to pay off an auto loan. He doesn't have an auto loan, he tells me, right?
It's his girlfriend's.
He doesn't tell me he has an auto loan, number 1. When I find out he has a current auto loan and bad credit, I call him and he says, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend's. I was a co-signer. So he co-signed on a loan for his girlfriend on a car. They live together. She stopped paying for it. He never paid for it. It's up for repo. So he says, oh yeah, well, we're voluntarily giving it back. So we're doing a voluntary repo. Never once in 2 days, 20 phone calls, 15 Facebook messages, never once said that to me. We're going to find that stuff out. Just take advantage of me, right? Waste 2 days of my time. I don't need to sell the Jeep to him. I could have sold the Jeep to somebody else. Someone's going to buy it. I'm not eager. I'm not in a rush to sell anything. If somebody wants something, you're going to buy it. I'm not going to make it difficult for you. Just don't make it difficult for me. But that's typical. Buyers are liars and everybody thinks about themselves. We have to run your credit to find out if you qualify for a loan. We're going to find this stuff out. If you have a repo or a car up for repossession, we're going to find out. Just tell us. It would have saved us so much time. We're on the computer. We're on the phone with the bank. We're on the phone with him. I've been talking to him for 2 weeks. Somehow they forgot to tell me that. Now we've wasted 2 days, 2 people trying to make this deal happen for them. Example number 4. Let's go. So this Jeep, customer comes, drives the car, likes the car, gives us $2,300 payment towards the car coming back on Saturday. You got a bug on you, spider on you. Gives us $2,300 towards the car to buy it and come back Saturday with the balance. That last Saturday,
Yeah.
he doesn't show up, right?
Doesn't show up, gives me a call, and tells me to give him 1 more week because he's trying to...
Asks us to wait another week. So we held it a week for him because we took a $2,300 partial payment towards the Jeep for him to come back with the balance.
Yeah.
Held it a week. Saturday, oh, I can't come.
I'll be there next Saturday.
I'll be there next Saturday. 2 weeks now. We've held it 2 weeks for him. Today he calls. He's supposed to come tomorrow. What happens?
He says, I want my money back. I couldn't get the rest of the funds.
I said no. No, I held it 2 weeks. I did my job. We have an agreement. Everybody signs everything all the time. It's a two-way agreement. We agree to what his terms are. He agrees to what our terms are. We do our part. Look at it was getting washed when you called. It's ready for pickup. He wants all his money back. I said no. You know what he did? I'm calling the police. You're a thief. You stole my money. That's robbery. So I got two I'm suing yous today. I got one guy that lied to me about having a current repo, up for repo. I got another one that backed out of that one, but we did the parts for. And then this one. So that's what's going on all day today. I want to hear your opinion, and I want to hear your opinions too. So I really don't want to be the bad guy ever. I always we try to be good to everybody. I want to know how you would handle each scenario. You too. Number one, we'll start with the Jeep that gave us $500 2 weeks ago and then backed out. We did the starter. We did the alignment after the clock spring and the e-brake. Now he wants his $500 back, and he called the Attorney General. Give it back to him or not?
I wouldn't give it back to him just because I personally took that retainer from him. He was here, I believe it was either that Friday or Saturday, and he wasn't certain that he wanted it. So I told him it's non-refundable. And so he went home and thought about it. Called me on a Sunday on my day off, and I came out. And
Right. You showed it to him twice.
I showed it to him twice. So no, I wouldn't give it back to him because, he thought about it, had time to think about it. And like I always tell all of our customers, it's no pressure sales here.
Okay, next one. $2,300. That's a lot of money. $2,300 is a lot of money. But we signed like an actual sales agreement. It wasn't just like a piece of paper. Hey, we're buying this. Full sales. All the paperwork's done. He gave us $2,300. Called us last week. Extended it to this week. Now he's backing out. $2,300 is a lot of money. How many people do we tell for 2 weeks, that it was sold? Everybody that comes and looks at this red Jeep and they want that red Jeep, we say, sorry, it's sold. What do you think? I want you guys to comment below. What do you think?
Again, not siding with Craig, but again, personally took the retainer on that one as well. Talked me down. I called Craig while he was on vacation. Craig, would you do this one on a cash deal?
That is what happened.
Yeah.
You called me on vacation, said cash deal. I wouldn't have even sold it for that price, but because it was
like,
cash deal and he's giving you this much.
Just move it,
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right. So now you significantly discounted that to his price, to his offer. And I said, just do it. I'm on vacation. Just let's get a sale.
Yes.
I forgot about that. Now I really don't want to give it back to him. All right. So maybe I'm a bad guy, but I'm just sick of it where everybody wants to take advantage of us.
Yes.
So like we said, $2,300 is a lot of money. German came up with a great solution, though. I'm not even going to take credit for it. You go ahead.
Yes, if you want to purchase a vehicle from us a few months down the line, you have $2,300 here available towards that next vehicle.
That's really fair, like a store credit. So his money's not lost. It's $2,300 in store credit. He can come back, buy whatever he wants, and use that towards a new vehicle. That's probably like the best solution we could come up with. It's fair to both parties. All right, and then we have the lady that forged her bank statements. I have to go repossess that thing now. And then we have the guy that wanted the Jeep that forgot to tell me he has a car up for repossession. So those are what they are. So my big question is the two Jeeps. How would you guys handle it? I know how I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of nobody holding accountability for themselves and blaming everyone else.
I always tell the customer, if you're not sure about it, just think about it. Like this way you don't have to come.
It's better that way. Yeah. I always like they call on the phone. Can I leave a deposit? No, I don't want it. Come out, see the car first, and then we'll talk about holding it for you and then so on. Good example of why you don't take deposits too. Should have sold it to 10 other people. A majority of my business is wholesaling, which is me buying them and selling to other dealers just so I don't have to deal with the headaches. It's easy. They write a check. Car is gone. No headaches. The public is just awful to work with sometimes. Now, a lot of these scenarios, a lot of these situations are low credit. Subprime financing is a headache because sometimes you're dealing with the lowest of the low. And I'm not shooting down everybody. Some people with bad credit have just had hard luck, bad times, medical bills or whatever. You get into bad situations, and I completely understand it. In the other side, there are people that are just irresponsible. They're irresponsible adults, and they can't take care of themselves, and they have no problem forging documents and lying to us. I can never own a buy here, pay here. I don't know how they do it. Repossessing cars all the time, getting lied to every day, taking weekly payments. It's a lot of work. And then we'll get into something like that Raptor right there that's $50-something thousand, and someone will come and just write a check, no problem, pay for it outright. Those are the buyers that are great to work with. But, you know, not everybody has $50,000 to just go write a check to on a Raptor. I get it. I'm a used car dealer. Nobody likes used car dealers. So everybody's going to side with the buyer. Think of it this way. Take the used car dealer out of context, okay? Think of it as I am a person, I'm a business owner. It costs a lot of money to run this business. And every single one of these spots is a piece of property. So that car being here ties up a piece of property that another car could be listed for sale for. Or that car in general could have been sold, another car could have been bought, and then I could have purchased more and made more money to help pay my bills. Because it is really, really expensive to run this place. I mean, we're talking like $15,000 to $20,000 a month we have to make just to pay our bills. Now, marketing costs. We held that car for 2 weeks. I spend $5,000 a month in marketing, like on Car Gurus and Cars.com and AutoTrader and Kelley Blue Book and Facebook marketing. All these things cost me a lot of money. So when I hold a car for somebody for 2 weeks, that's actually really, really expensive. It's very easy for a consumer to say, oh, it's no big deal, just give me my money back. But they don't think of how much money goes into the business. How much does it cost to run a business as a person? And speaking of that, I'm a real person. So forget about being a used car dealer. Like I said, nobody likes a used car dealer. I'm a husband, a father, a homeowner, an employer to employees. German has bills, German has kids. If the business can't get paid, I can't get paid, and neither can German, and then we can't afford the groceries on our table, right? Nobody cares that my bills have to be paid. Nobody cares that if I give that money back and then I'm out of business, that I'm out on the street, right? They just care about their money. So if we just keep giving money back to everybody and doing free repairs, it gets really expensive, and then it affects our livelihood. So the job is fun sometimes. I mean, look, we have a great time here. We have tons of fun cars. We buy cool stuff. I just bought that Raptor. Life is good. But we're in like this whirlwind where nobody holds themselves accountable, and everybody, it doesn't matter if me, the used car dealer, or somebody else, nobody is at fault. If they do something wrong, it's not their fault, it's the other person's fault. Nobody can blame themselves. Everybody is always looking for someone else to blame. So I guess the moral of the story, whether I'm right or wrong, the used car dealer or the person, I don't really know, because every scenario is different. I'm always going to think I'm right, I guess, and that's the whole accountability problem. But if you've watched my other videos, you know about the Audi I sold like 9 months ago, and then his son blew the engine up, and the guy came here swearing and yelling at me, demanding a car, or he's leaving bad reviews. So I bought a Honda Accord for him. I bought it for him. I cleaned it for him. I inspected it for him. He didn't say thank you, and then he threw his trash out my parking lot and took off. That's the world we live in. So I really, really want to take care of people. But it's like constantly, I'm going to show you my feet, getting stepped on all the time. I just want the world to be good. I really try to be a good person to people. And I feel like the world just doesn't feel that. Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know what to think. But that's my vlog for today. I guess it was more of a vent. I needed to get it out. I hope it changed some perspectives, or at least showed you what it's like on our end. I don't know. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. Thanks for now. If you want to see what the world is like in our business, make sure to subscribe down below. It's not always rants and complaints. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and adios.